Hey, I'm back. Sorry it took me a week to get another video out. I had originally made a recording and I was looking for a blue shulker box that I have lost somewhere. I filled it full of flowers in the first video and I placed it down and now I don't know where it is. So if you guys ever see one in the background as I'm flying around, I would be so grateful if you could point it out to me. I spent the whole second episode looking for it and I never found it. So now I'm working on a Coliseum. I loaded up a schematic and we have been digging out a giant mountain. The Coliseum is going to be here in the middle. I turned the schematic off because I didn't want it to clutter up the video. I can turn it on real quick if you want to see. Oh, lag. Okay. So this is, hold on. This is what it's gonna look like. But for now, we're just digging. And I thought this might be a good to record a video on. And just sit here and dig and talk. I don't remember what I talked about in the episode that I lost. But I think in this one, I would like to talk about not caring about what other people think. I know I care, I think, too much. I don't know if those sound effects are going to be too loud. I also don't know how to turn them down. Hopefully that works. Oh yeah. Okay, sorry about that. I definitely care too much about what people think. And I don't really know why, because especially with strangers, I'm sure they're also stressed about what I think about them. And I've never really lingered on any interaction with a stranger outside of thinking about my own, like, how embarrassed I was. Like, oh, why did I say that? Or I'm so awkward. Because I get so stressed out and I want them to like me and I end up being really weird or saying something super just awkward instead of just being myself. Because I know if they don't like me, then they don't like me. That's fine. We don't, you're not for everybody. And I do understand that. Like, you can be nice to everybody, you can be friendly, but you're not going to be able to connect deeply with every person. People have different values, and that doesn't make it wrong, it just means you're different. I really struggle with the idea of anybody not liking me, especially just hating me, I guess. And I want to be more okay with that. I know who I am, and I try to be a good person, and if anybody doesn't like me, it should be a them problem. I shouldn't spend my life worrying over that. I have more important things to care about, like my family and my friends who actually do like me and want to spend time with me. But it is really hard. to not care about what other people think of you. I think people want to be seen as good. They want others to perceive them as smart or funny or nice or whatever. I think that most people have an idea in their head as to like the kind of person that they want others to see them as. So it's really hard when you think that people might not see you that way. My dog is being ridiculous. I also know that first impressions are kind of important. They definitely last. They leave a, impression, haha. I told myself that I wasn't going to make any cuts, but I think I think that the pressure of saying everything perfectly and not being able to cut is making me worse. It's making me worse at talking, so I'm going to allow myself a few cuts in each video just to take the pressure off, because a lot of what's been stopping me from recording is just I put this pressure on myself, this immense pressure of, oh, you have to be perfect. It has to be, amazing. And I really don't know why. This is supposed to be for fun. So I'm gonna try and relax and enjoy it. I think it goes back to, worrying about what other people think of me. There's probably going to be like maybe 2 people who watch this video, so I don't know why I'm freaking out so hard in my head. I need to just relax. But I struggle with that, obviously. That's why I'm doing this whole video. I struggle talking to strangers so much. I also think that I need to have a topic in mind before I start. Maybe you guys can help me put some suggestions in the comments about like what, things I could talk about. I would be super grateful for that. I really want people to see me as kind, and my whole life, and this is not a knock against, any of my family. We grew up in the 90s, and so I don't know if I would call them cliches, stereotypes, I guess is a better word for it. I was super blonde, and I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, so I'm very easily distracted, and I find it really hard to focus, and I've always been easygoing and just, easy breezy. I don't really stress too much about things outside of maybe what people think of me and talking to strangers, because I don't know, maybe it's anxiety. My sisters would call me a dumb blonde, and not like in a mean way. You know how siblings would tease each other. Like, I know they never meant it in a derogatory way or like that I was stupid, but I was really ditzy, and I just, didn't take much seriously. as a kid, and maybe even now I could probably be a little bit more serious, but I don't enjoy doing that. I think it's more fun to just be easy breezy, you know. I don't remember where I was going with that. I'm sorry. I think that my dogs are being very loud. I'm so sorry. Listen, I will give this back to you in a minute. We give them water bottles when we're done drinking out of them. They love chewing them up. And they're very loud, so apologies. But yeah, my sisters would call me blonde all the time because I was really just a bit of an airhead. I like laughing at myself. I try not to take my mistakes too seriously. Looking at these blocks all floating and bobbing is kind of mesmerizing. And it's definitely distracted me. You know, I have an appointment coming up. Ooh, there's more. I have an appointment coming up to, oh no, they're despawning. To get diagnosed with ADHD. And even making these videos, I don't think I realized how bad it is until I'm trying to focus on talking about a topic for, you know, more than 5-10 minutes, and I am definitely feeling the struggle. Hopefully I can get diagnosed. Maybe it'll make making these videos a lot easier. Okay, I think this is good. I'm struggling with things to say. And I've hit about 10 minutes. So I'm probably gonna stop here. Thank you guys for listening. I'm sorry if I was boring. I am gonna try and work on that. Thank you for hanging out with me. Bye!